Market update for the month of June. Hi, my name is Roxanne Govari with Pemberley Realty, along with my partner Santiago Guerin.
Hello, everyone. Looking forward to get to know a little bit more of how the market went this last month. We had some very interesting stuff last time we did this, so looking
We
forward to
have
see
had
what's new.
we have had an interesting market, haven't we?
Yep. We
How would you describe the market right now?
uh, it's been it's been different. It's been for some areas we see that there's been more sales in like condos, and some other ones like the prices have stayed the same. It's been a little bit not as like consistent, I would say.
And some things are selling like hotcake like that, and some
Yeah.
things are sitting on the market. I was listening to another podcast, and they were saying it's like comparing lemons to cherries. Cherries are selling really quickly, and lemons are staying on the market and forever and ever.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I think the distinction between whether or not they're lemons or cherries partly is price. People are very, very sensitive to price
Yeah.
for the right reasons because, affordability is at all-time low.
Yeah.
And that's what creates the lemon versus cherry effect.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
So now doing our stats, which I actually have to pull up, um, uh, and the areas that we compare them to. So we are actually comparing our two office locations. So zip codes of 92116, which is University Heights, Kensington, and Normal Heights, and also and we're comparing that to our neighboring zip code, which is 92103. And then we also do that with our other office, North County office in Del Mar, 92014, which is Del Mar. And then we compare that with Carmel Valley,
Yeah.
which is the
More inland part of. Yeah.
inland version of Del Mar within the same sort of area. So let's and Carmel Valley being 9292130.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's go and share some stats with that, and let's
Yeah.
do that.
What's going on?
So let's see what's going on, as you say. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to share our screen, and let's start with 92116. What do you think?
Let's go for it.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so 92116, and we're doing the month of June because we're in the month of July, and we're until the month is over, we can't really look at the statistics. So let's take a look and see what we see in 92116. So I'm going to let you take away and
Yeah.
interpret what you see.
Yeah. I mean, looks like the month of June compared to last year, a little, a good amount of less sales, new listings, I mean. Pending sales too as well less. I mean, more closed, and the median sales price was a lot lower compared to last year. But if we look to the year to date, it is still, up. There was probably like you said, there was a cherry that brought up the median sales price up. So days on the market, quick sales, 22 days. Um, and then month of supply 3.4 is the same, and a little bit more inventory of sales compared to last year. So I wouldn't say it's not too bad. Just a little bit less listings, but things moving maybe a little bit quicker.
All right, let's look at the condo market.
Yeah, the condos, not that many. I mean, it did go up to 15 new listings compared to 12. pending sales went up. Closed sales 10. That did go up a lot. From 3 last year to 10 this year is a pretty big improvement. And then
Look
sales
at
price, yeah,
today's inventory though.
yeah,
That the double
yeah.
double year to
Hmm.
date inventory has doubled. That is pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot more condos up compared to last year.
And
Yeah.
what's interesting for me is that even though the inventory went up almost double, but prices did not shy away. Prices actually
Mhm.
look like they're up.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, and then, the year to date, if you look at the new listings, 113 through, 6 months compared to the year before that, only 50. So
Yeah, exactly.
basically doubled there too. So,
And what's interesting to me is this is not what we see on the ground though,
no.
because on the ground we actually see price reductions,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And but I think the price reductions that we may be seeing is that this is what we're comparing closed sales to closed sales. We're not comparing like active
Active.
active
Tab.
numbers to closed numbers, and I
Yeah.
think that's where we're seeing price reductions. We're seeing people still basically coming up with these um, aspirational prices and they're not getting them, so that's where we're seeing price drops, but the price drops don't reflect themselves in the actual close dates,
Correct.
close sales, because this is more closer to reality rather than aspiration.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. I mean, it's still the price that it, sells at is still considered high probably, but not to the, big number that maybe people are what, initially want.
Right,
So,
right. Okay, so let's compare that to 92103. Let me enlarge that so that we can take a look at that. Okay, so go for it. Interpret
yeah.
what you think about this one.
This one, new listings, about the same. Two more new listings, more pending sales, a lot more. Closed sales less. Um, the median sales price, lower compared to last year, as well as the year to date. So here on, in the 92103 zip code, we do see that there's been a little, decline on values on the sales price. Um, Inventory of homes in the market, still the same, kind of the same 40 last year to 43 this year. Month supply of inventory, that did go down though to 3.3 compared to
Mm,
4.7.
yeah.
So that's something to take note of. But
So
prices
median
did go up.
sales price of Mission Hills is 1.7. Median sales price of Normal Heights, Kensington is 1.3.
Yeah.
That's a very different
Yeah.
spread, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we're going into the condo market. Their condo market is a little bit healthier
Yeah.
than, I mean, 92103 condo market is a little bit healthier than 92116's condo market, where it looks like ours at 92116 went up by a lot.
Yeah.
Then the numbers for Mission Hills and Hillcrest did not go up as dramatically.
Yeah.
Um, and same with the inventory. See here, inventory doubled.
Yeah.
Here, inventory went up, but not by
By a
that
whole lot. Yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
by that much. Let's
Yeah.
go take a look at Del Mar and Carmel Valley.
Yeah.
So let's look at Del Mar because that's the market we're in. So it's the market that we're more interested in. Okay, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
Went
Here,
from
a lot less listings, a lot less pending sales, and a lot less closed sales. So the median sales price did about the same. I mean, here it's only taking it from those closed sales, so it's only like from 5 houses that it's taking it, right?
What's really interesting for me here is that this market is essentially the luxury market.
Yeah.
And and if it's an indication, luxury market looks like it's behaving differently,
Yeah.
right? Because it looks like your inventory is actually decreasing, right? And
It's decreasing.
your prices also are decreasing,
Yeah.
which is very different than this market where you see inventory. Well, inventory here looks like it's also decreased as well for the month of June to month of June, but overall it looks like the
It's
inventory increased. Whereas if you're looking here, inventory decreased and so did the prices. Now
yeah.
let's go back and look at let's go down and look at the condo market.
Yeah. Here, there's a big change in the median sales price. You know, um, closed sales just three less. I mean, not that many numbers to get from. Not a
Yeah.
lot of new listings and kind of the
Well,
same
and,
thing.
and the swing of prices in Denmark could be very, very different.
Yeah.
You could have a property that sells at 1 million, and then you have a property that sells at 10 million, and then that'll skew your averages out because there's a large gap between
Yeah.
the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
That I think that is also a function of the luxury market. And so let's go and look at Carmel Valley and see what we see here. So, but see, what's interesting to me here is also at least one thing that I see that's consistent between 92130 and Del Mar is if you're looking apples to apples, which is single family homes to single family homes, um, prices are also dropping here.
Correct.
So
Yep.
11% down 11% here, down 2% here, and then
Yeah.
year to date down 1.3% in the Carmel Valley and 4% in Del Mar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then go ahead. You look at this
Yeah.
condo.
Here also, I mean, here looks like the condo market also kind of took a little hit. Year to date, 7.6% decrease is, not a
Mhm.
small number. Um, Also, on the median sales price, there is a lot less homes, like in June compared to compared to Del Mar, they're about the same. So there has been a drop in price, which is very interesting. I think in Del Mar it went up, I think it was, but there was only like five or three places. Yeah,
You're right. It
that
went up
close.
in Del Mar, and
That close a whole
inventory
lot.
also went up. And here, inventory is up, but prices are not.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, there we have it. There is the numbers. So now our. Let's move on to the second part of what we want to look at, which is more fun,
yeah,
right? So Let's compare 92116, which is Norma Heights, Kensington, and University Heights. And also, let's take a look at Del Mar, and let's
let's
look
see if
at
those
both.
homes are still up in the market, the ones that we looked at last time.
Yeah, let's see if they're in the market still, and then also let's look at the sold ones, and let's look at sold ones. Well, no, we have to look at June. So I'm going to go to June 1st and see what we have in terms of closed ones. So 92116. Cheapest in 92116 is one bedroom, one bath, 628 square feet for 621. Oh, that's in Del Mar. I was going to say, wow, that's a high price for
Yeah,
92116. So let's start with 92116 because we want to end up in Del Mar because and Del Mar is Del Mar.
yeah,
So cheapest in 92116. It's a studio, 360 square feet for $325,000. And this one's we've seen this
We
for
saw
a
it. Yeah.
long time, right? And I know exactly where this unit is located, and this was an apartment that turned into a condo conversion, and for whatever reason, it's not moving that well, which is surprising because the price is really good for 325,000. Location is really good. So and then let's move on to one bedrooms and
Yeah.
see how much how much the cheapest one bedroom is. Actually, this is very interesting. One bedroom, one bath, and 608 square feet.
Yeah.
That's not a bad square footage.
I
And
think we
now
saw
it's
this
down.
one last time too. I
Yeah,
think
it's
this
been on
was.
the market for 238 days. It's been on the market since November of last year and now it's down to 398,000. That's not a bad price. I am surprised that this thing is not selling, and it frankly it even looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
This does not look bad at all. And it has a nice patio.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was me, I would have more than 13 pictures just to give a little bit more of a look at this place. But otherwise, it's a nice unit for sure. Okay, so that's the cheapest one, and then let's look at what's the most expensive. So the most expensive is this house, 4223 Middlesex Drive, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3650 square feet. I was actually looking at this last night, funny enough, and I was debating whether or not this property can be sold at this price. So that's the front, and I know that they did an extensive remodel and also they did an addition. So I believe that this second story is actually an addition. So let's take a look. So this is the front yard, and it does have the picture window facing the outside, which is nice. And then you step in, and I believe that they may have added this part. They may have added an addition, so this might have been an addition as well, which is actually pretty nice. This is a really nice family room, nice sized table and dining area. The kitchen is a gourmet kitchen. I really love that. I'm actually kind of sorry that I didn't make my range oven into an 8 range oven, because 6 is not enough when you're trying to throw parties. So this is something that they thought about and they did, which is really a good idea. And the coloring in the kitchen is also very nice, and with an indoor outdoor bar area, which I'm sure it's going to be lovely when you're entertaining. And it looks like top to bottom,
Yeah.
all the bathrooms are remodeled nicely to the period, and all the bedrooms are remodeled nicely as well. Looks like there is a lot that this
Yeah.
property offers, and backyard is looks also lovely, and an entertainer's dream. And I'm wondering, I don't see an addition. I think that maybe that uh, the other structure that we see, maybe it's a garage, maybe it's part of the
Yeah.
house. Can't quite make out what this
Yeah.
is. I don't know if we saw a picture of it, but it definitely is a very attractive property.
Yeah.
4.5 million. In my opinion, it's a little high, but I guess let's go and see what's the most expensive that has sold, and that may give us an idea. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so the most expensive one sold in June.
I think it's the
was
same street too.
was this one, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,000 square feet, so smaller property, and it sold for 2.6. And let's see if we can make a comparison. So 2-story and attractive front. It's actually on the same street. Couple of look, it's actually right across the street from
Yeah,
from
from the other
subject,
one. Yeah,
right? So there we go. So that's the front, and and I mean, you can tell that this is a smaller property, and you can also tell that it's not as upgraded as the one across the street. Um, but
still a very nice property.
2.6 million versus 4.5 million. I mean,
Yeah, it's a big difference.
there's a big difference. There's a big difference. And these these bathrooms have not been remodeled, but there's a charm to that style. Oh, and this one has a pool.
Yeah,
So I would say it's going to be a hard sell to justify. And this one is on the canyon. It has a view, so I would say it's going to be a hard sell to get 4.5 million out of the other property across
Yeah.
the street. Don't you
Yeah.
say?
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. So there we go. Okay. So now let's go and check out what we see in Del Mar, because
Let's
we
see.
want to see what's up there. So cheapest one bedroom, 1 bath, 628 square feet for $621,000. Been on the market 36 days. And okay, well, it's a nice one. It has a nice living area, nice kitchen, has a dishwasher, and nice bathroom, updated, walk-in closet,
I think we
pool.
did get this one last time.
We saw this last month, right?
And that, I mean, it does have that pretty expensive HOA fee too. It was like $500.
You're right, 525. Good
Yeah.
memory. Good memory. Okay, so and then let's go and see what's the most expensive that's active on the market. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to make sure that I stop in Del Mar and don't go into 92116. So there we have it. This is the most expensive, Camino Del Mar. 244 days on the market. Oh, wow. I was wondering about that. 75 million has been reduced to 59 million now.
That's
And
a big price reduction.
This puppy has been on the market. It's right on the water. It's a compound. And
Yeah.
that's the attractiveness. We've looked at this, so we're going to go past it and see what has actually sold at and at what prices. So let's move on to the sold areas of Del Mar, and let's see. Not a whole lot has sold. Look at this. Look at this. Only a handful, and
Yeah.
the cheapest one was this one, and it's a condo, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1330 square feet for 1.525, and 50 days on the market. Does have some views of the water, and 1300, pretty nice, pretty nice, and nice and spacious. This is,
Yeah.
I mean, it could
Washer.
use some updating, but it does have a washer and dryer inside. It does have a very nice balcony with 2 entrances from the bedroom and from the living room. So I would say this is nice, and you have access to be right on the water.
Yeah.
It's the perfect vacation home for 1.5 million. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Even though the HOA fees are at $860 a month. But let's move on to what's the most expensive that has sold. Okay, and oh, I don't think we saw this last month. So
I didn't know.
5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 5771 square feet, and it sold for 6.19. And let's take a look, see what we see. Okay, well, that's a nice home.
Yeah.
That's a nice home. And beautiful backyard. I actually really like the backyard. I really like the entrance. That looks like a beautiful home. 3-car garage and a very, very nice living room. I love those high ceilings. I also love this. This is really, really cool as well. So from there, we move on to a beautiful dining area. We move on to a very nice kitchen. Love this kitchen. Love those colors within the kitchen. Love the countertop, living room. I mean, this is, if you love the living in Del Mar, I would say this is a very, very nice home at a relatively good price if you're considering Del Mar prices, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
For 5,700 square feet. I mean, that's not a small piece of property.
Yeah.
So definitely a very nice piece of property to behold, and lots of grass. Those dogs are
solar
gonna love
too.
that property, right? Look
Yeah.
at that.
And it
So,
looks like it has solar too.
oh, there you go. It has solar as well, so
Yeah.
you have some savings there.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. Thank you everybody for joining us. Let's remove this and everybody, if you enjoyed this and you would like to get in touch with us to give you more information or show you some properties, or if you like to list your home for sale, there's my phone number, and there's Santi's phone number, and also you can reach us on our website. There's our website for you. And you can also find us on Instagram. And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, Santi, what do you think they should do?
Subscribe, thumbs up.
Give us 2 thumbs up and click on that subscribe button, so as we are posting more videos, you get notified. And thank you again for joining us. Make it a great day.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.